The discovery of caves is, something beautiful. You're searching all over the countryside, through the jungle, and then you come into this hole. It's a cave.
Meghalaya is known as the abode of cloud, but this beautiful state in the northeast of India is not only bestowed with natural beauty above the ground, but as well as under the ground. Currently, we are in Mawmluh cave, which is in Cherrapunji, which is a 2-hour drive from the capital Shillong. There are apparently over 1800 caves in Meghalaya, most of which were discovered as part of the work done by the Meghalaya Adventures Association.
The state has a mix of conditions for such formations to thrive: high-grade limestone, rainfall and elevation, complete with humid climate. It is thanks to the Meghalaya Adventures Association that most of the caves in the state have been discovered.
Yeah, as I said earlier, you must have the passion. If you have passion for anything, then you put your whole mind and body into it. So nothing will stop you. And as long as you are fit and healthy, you will continue. And you will continue to, especially with caves, you'll be happy to first of all, discover. The discovery of caves is, something beautiful. You're searching all over the countryside, through the jungle, and then you come into this hole. It's a cave. Well, for me, I always imagine that if I'm going to find a cave and if I'm going to go in, I don't want that cave ever to end. I always dream, I always imagine that it will continue on and on and on for years, that sort of thing.
In October 2022, Mawmluh Cave was identified as a geological heritage site by the International Union of Geological Sciences, a council that works closely with UNESCO. It was because of a stalagmite found inside the cave in 2018 that Meghalaya became part of a geological history. The International Commission on Stratigraphy termed the present age in the planet's 4.5 billion year history as the Meghalayan age.
So you see this one formation over here. For me, it seems like this one. You think? So this one we call it as a stalagmite. The formation which grows from the ground, we call it a stalagmite, and the one which forms from up is a stalactite. So you see the formation over here. This one is a limestone only, formed by calcium. So it used to grow through the dripping of water. So the water used to drip from there above. So it will take time for the thousands of years, millions of years for them to form. So when they form a very unique formation. Sometimes like this, and some other most like that. This is also a formation. First, we call this one, these flowing particles, as flow stones. It is from this form of flow stone they used to collect to the side of this dam. Forms like a check dam, or we call this as Go dam or center dams. It's from these stones form this formation. So as you can see over there, also there are lots of small dams formed by the water itself.
Close to the Mawmluh cave stands the Mawmluh Chera Cements Limited plant. The cement firm is the state's oldest public sector undertaking that now lies dormant due to losses. Efforts, though, are on to revive the plant. In Meghalaya, illegal mining, especially coal, has been a concern for decades. Now it has increased and is threatening many such cave formations.
So we can see this factory right next to the cave.
Yeah.
How has its presence affected
a very big way. In that way, you can see. Firstly, the first time I ever came here, my dad brought me, and I was a teenage. I was probably 12, 13 years old. And it was a big deal. Because this is one of the first cement factory we've ever had in Meghalaya, that way. And so, from schools also, they would bring children and all that, how the factory functions, how the cement comes about and all that. But then as we grew up and all that, we got into caving and all that, we realized that they get the material from the other side, this same hill out here, and the cave is below. So what happens is, we will be caving, there'll be mine blasting, and there'll be in a day, they have a certain time period and all that where they have this sound like like kind of like a siren. That's the time for blasting and all that, and they would blast and all that, and you'll hear sounds inside the cave. Also, there were times when we were inside, you could hear the sound. But touch wood, thank God everything came about, and the government did a good job by shutting it down, and it doesn't function anymore now. And so in a way, like, we get, as far as nature is concerned, there's still time to preserve it back, to get it back the way it was, no?
As one reaches deep into the cave after navigating slippery rocks, wading through knee-deep water, crawling, and crossing a labyrinth of passageways, the spectacular hanging garden awaits, which is housed to stalactites or icicle-shaped formations hanging from the cave's ceiling. Brian has been organizing these cave expeditions in Meghalaya under the Caving in the Abode of the Clouds project since 1995, where cavers from around the world come together to explore caves.
Caving came about adrenaline rush. Yeah? It's just that rush when you're there inside, and we are in a earthquake prone zone, okay? And it's like, yeah, you could say that every time you enter a cave, you never know what life is all about, yeah, how things happen, all that. You could come out, or otherwise you can't come out also. If this is a boulder chalk where just like a small earthquake and shuts down everything, you're done and over with. Like you've seen the Thailand thing, like this is seen there and all that. But then yeah, we take precautions, and then as far as we're dealing with nature. If nature allows us to go inside and entertain us, so we take precautions and all that. How we send clients inside, people, and the safety aspect of it and all that. Yeah, we try to as much as we can.
Like, how would you say about the popularity of the activity in India?
Zero. I would put it at that, literally, because I've lived myself outside and all that. They're not aware, because caves are basically, like, in Indian culture, they're sacred. It's where you pray, where people take to Amarnath, and they go on all the way to, like, to a cave. A shivling is there and all that. It's totally religious. But out here in our state and all that, it's an adventure zone. People who are like different, rather, not normal people. Things like this, normal people don't do it. For them, they'll go to a cafe or to a nice resort and chill out and all that. Why would you want to waste your time on that? Because for them, they don't get the feel when you come out from there. You're a different person altogether. Yeah? So you're stepping out, the closest thing going to space.
This is Monami Gogoi along with video journalist Disha Verma for ThePrint.